My answer is, hey, no worries. Appreciate the heads up. Let me ask you, if I call back in the future and try to share how we're helping companies 3 to 5x conversations, what should I open with to earn a few more minutes of your time next time?
Sounds like now is not a great time for you, or potentially you just hate receiving cold calls as much as I hate making them. How about we do this? 30 days from today, we put a 5-minute blocker for the same time. I give you a call back on your cell and we see what's changed. Is that fair?
Oh, not interested in, and I would just repeat that call opener back, that relevant reason for the call. And then I would also just go with a pause after that and just create space.
When you say you're not interested in this, is that because you don't face problem A, problem B? Or just because the sound of my voice has bored you to death already?
Imagine you already have a solution in place. Last thing I'd want to do is kind of waste your time, and I'm sure you don't want to talk to a salesperson. Can I make a suggestion here? What if we give you a preview of how we can help with XYZ, see if this is interesting at all, or if I should reach back out in the future?
Cool, so-and-so handles it. I appreciate you giving me some insight of, who handles that department. Out of curiosity, would you be able to loop me in on a conversation with them? Do you like Starbucks? I've got some gift cards if you're willing.
Oh, I'm surprised to hear that, Will. Like, you as the chief marketing officer wouldn't approve insert whatever it is. Will I do, but, and to explain to you why they're making a referral to somebody else.
Sorry, that's my bad. Typically, when I'm talking to kind of hospital managing directors, they're the person who has pretty much oversight over all the different facilities in the hospital. Do you mind if I ask, who would be the right person who handles all your equipment and facilities?
No worries. I can absolutely call you at another time. Out of curiosity, the reason for my call was X. Like, is that even pertinent to you?
When's going to be best to call you back when I'm not catching you about to go into a meeting? And when I ring you at 5 tomorrow, what is it that you want me to say that would make you think, okay, it's probably worth exploring this in a proper sit down over a Zoom call or something?
Honestly, I should have assumed. I know we got school starting and all that stuff, and you're probably completely swamped. Just so no one from my team calls you again, is it that you guys are just totally swamped right now because it's busy season and school is about to start? Or are you just like a crazy lean team and every single day you're like closing the phone or closing the laptop at 9?
James, look, I'd imagine you're super busy right now. It's 12:45, probably about to run into another meeting here. Can I make a suggestion? What if I throw 15 minutes on your calendar for tomorrow at 11 o'clock? You can tell me if this is even worth a priority and continuing to follow up, or we can just basically cut bait now.
Okay, Greg, what is a better time? Next Tuesday. Great, do you mind if I shoot you a quick text 24 hours before to this number? Yeah, absolutely. What would be best? What kind of information did I allude to that, would be relevant, just so that way I'm not starting from the absolute get-go?
I'm on these calls all the time. What's likely going to happen is I'm going to send you an email. You're not going to reply. Is this even relevant for you, right?
I could send you an email, but I hear that a lot. And most of the time when I send that email, it goes unanswered. So tell me this, are you not interested in having the conversation, or is there a better time to actually talk and have this conversation? Because I don't want to just bombard you with emails.
I can absolutely send you an email. Usually people are looking for either X or Y. Are you looking for one of those or something else?
Hey, no problem. Just so I'm relevant, what specifically would you like in that email?
9 times out of 10, when people say send me an email at this point in the call, what do you think they're really trying to tell me?
Go away right now.
And I would actually say that to the prospect, and they'd probably say similar to what you said. I'll probably go away. Actually, you just caught me at a bad time. What's it about?
Send me an email. I'd imagine you're in the middle of something. The last thing you want me to do is waste your time. Can I make a suggestion here? What if we give you a preview of how we can help with XYZ, see if this is even relevant in the first place and worth your time?
So naturally, you want to make sure that you can get back to your day. Obviously, I want to book time with you. That's why I called. So what I'd love to do is this. Either A, I do send you an email, but I attach it to an invite. Let's say a week from now, same time. Or B, I don't send you an email. We take another 2 minutes today just to see if it's actually worth your time to have a conversation in the first place.
100% send you over an email. However, it's going to be fairly generic, right? Typical one-pagers are fairly generic. However, why don't I send you over that email? We still set some time, aside tomorrow or Thursday at 2 p.m. so we could actually go over the email together. That way, if you have any questions, I can answer them to you in that meeting as well.
No, happy to. Of course, I'll be respectfully yours. What part is most convenient or interesting in that email?
we don't have budget to switch, and you say something like, "Well, it sounds like you might be switching, but budget is not available yet. Can you tell me more about that?"
James, I'm hearing no budget quite often at the moment. I'm curious, when I hear that, it typically means a couple of things. Either you may be on a complete spending freeze, getting buy-in on this would be like getting blood out of a stone, or perhaps for anything which you feel could be valuable, which you haven't budgeted for, you just need to make a business case. Which of those buckets do you fall into?
I'm not too concerned with your budget right now. Typically, the value is actually shown on a demo. And based on this conversation and based on your use case and based on everything I can tell today, I feel 100% that you're going to love the demo. And if needed, if you love the demo, things are moving, I can help you build a pitch to your team, to your finance team, to whoever, to make sure we can get some budget approved. But the first step before we even worry about that is to set up a demo.
Thank you for sharing that with me. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, when somebody tells me that there is no budget, it's because I've not done a good enough job understanding what you need and want to spend money on right now. Can we take a step back? And then I would follow up with another question to go deeper into curiosity.
Is that because you genuinely do not have these problems, or you couldn't spend a penny even if I presented you like a brand new Elon Musk approved solution?
Totally. No one's ever going to set aside any budget for this. And the last thing you want to do is have to go internally and beg for some money for something because some bozo called you on a cold call. So why don't we do this? We either A, look at what it is that we can provide. If you think it's worth asking somebody internally, you're in charge. Or B, I reach out to somebody else in your team who might be willing to consider this, and we go that route. Which of those two options is best for you?
Totally understand budgets are strict these days. Most folks that I speak to don't just have this money lying around. Is it that you don't think, and then I might recap the problem that I offered up, isn't a problem, or do you just got too much on your plate?
Yeah, I get that. You know, for some people, it's not going to work for them. Can I ask you a quick question before I let you go? You get that permission again. When did you realize this couldn't be done in your business?
Out of curiosity, one thing I've heard about this XYZ software is that they aren't so strong in this area. How are you going about that when you're currently using the software for that specific feature?
Awesome, James. Like that is incredible that that's something that you're going to build in-house. That's not usually what I hear. Like, I know that's really tough. Like, out of curiosity, because I know a lot of people want to build in-house, but like simply can't. Can you tell me a little bit about like the team? Like, what's going on with the skill sets, or like how do you feel so confident in your team's ability to build this?
Yeah, I thought you would be. Just before I go, do you mind if I ask something? And then what I'm going to do is try and loop back to some sort of problem that I wanted to talk to them about.
I guess I thought you might. When you say you've already got someone in place for this, I guess paint a picture. What does that look like? If somebody was to push you and you had to pick one thing that it doesn't do that you wish it did, I guess what would that be?
Jimmy, you already have a vendor. Brilliant. It's good that you're investing. That's actually why I called you. How's that currently looking for you guys? Are you guys using X or Y?
That's actually great news on my side. The people that we work with, in the most part, already have a solution, and I'm sure you already did. The cool news is we actually differentiate ourselves in what it is we do based on if you do or don't have a solution. So you're a perfect fit. Can I tell you a couple things about what it is we do, and we can jump from this call in the next couple seconds?
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear you already have something, because that means you take great pride in it. You know, how's that experience going for you so far? How's the team been leveraging it?
Sounds like you're getting a lot of these. Well, yeah, I am. I don't know where people are getting my number. I tell you what, I can probably help you out with that. And then you help them out with it. You say, look, while I've got you, could I maybe fly through why I've called you? If it's irrelevant, I won't bother you again.
Don't sound like a salesperson. Don't say, oh yeah, hey James, I'm looking to speak with John Barrows. I'm just wondering if he's available, right? You sound like a salesperson versus, yes, hey James, John Barrows, please, thanks. What do you say if the gatekeeper follows up with, are they expecting your call? You say, I hope so.
Hey, is this person in? Thanks. If you sound like you are that person that needs to be put through, they're less likely to argue with you.
If you have to ring up taxi firms, I would call them up and go, oh, I'm so sorry. I've come through to the main landline. I don't want to book a taxi. It's about the software. Would you be able to put me through?
And so I end up asking some questions, trying to befriend them and saying like, would this person actually be in charge of that? And maybe you can get a name, maybe you can get an email. Worst case scenario, ask to be sent through to voicemail.
No worries, I can absolutely give you a call back in Jan, but out of curiosity, like what's going to change between now and then?
Let's talk in 2025. Great. I'd imagine you don't have any budget remaining for this year, and bringing on new tools probably won't happen until 2025. But what if I made a suggestion here? What are your thoughts on if we talk, and maybe I can give you a preview of how we can help with, insert a couple of challenges that are relevant to see if this should even be on your radar for 2025.
No worries. Is this something you see making more sense in the coming quarter? And if so, like what's going to change between now and then?